right, so who we here with tonight?
Nicholas J. Scott, aka Nico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chris. So Nicholas, how old are you, bro?
I'm 28 years old.
Okay.
Born
Okay.
1995.
And you told me a little bit on camera you're from Chicago, just vacationing in New York.
So I actually have been in Chicago for like the last 10 years. I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota. Moved to Chicago like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And been there ever since.
Well, for me, like being from New York, all I hear are the bad things about Chicago.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your experiences in Chicago, good, the bad, and how does it differ from New York?
So my experience in New York is pretty limited, so I wouldn't be able to make like a faithful comparison, but my experience in Chicago has been pretty great, honestly. Like, I mean, there's some bullshit, but that's the same way anywhere. Like, there's probably parts of like the city I probably shouldn't just go running around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, by myself doing whatever. Like,
or being too late, right?
So, but no, my time in Chicago has been like beautiful. Like I say, like I didn't really grow up in Chicago, but like I became a man in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like all the experiences that like really made me like who I am at this moment. Not all of them, but like a lot of them, like a lot of the really big ones. You know what I mean? It happened since I've been there. So it's definitely like it's been home. You know what I mean?
So it really is like home now. That is, I get that. It's like it kind of made you who you are.
Yeah, for real. Like all like my, because I don't have any family left in Minnesota anymore either. You know what I mean? So like the
you guys all moved to Chicago.
Nah, like just me, and then my mom moved to Philly. My grandparents passed.
Oh, you guys are
you know
all,
what I mean? So it's like kind of one of those things. So it's just like my family that I've made, like with my like friends, with people I fuck with, you know, like it's all in Chicago.
Right. All right. So how has it been since you've been out here in New York?
How has it been?
Yeah.
How long has it been?
No, how has it been?
Oh, it's been amazing. I love New York.
So you just
every time I come here, I have an amazing time. I make a lot of friends. You just like walking around, I make a lot. Look how we're doing this interview.
Oh yeah.
I walk around and I just like start making friends, especially like.
So, how do you feel about New York pizza?
I love New York pizza. I mean, I like, you know, there's good pizza in Chicago, but I think the deep dish shit is a little bit more on like the tourist side. Like people from Chicago.
You guys got a little specialty down there, right? A deep dish pizza. We don't have that.
Yeah, you guys don't do that.
Yeah, we don't.
But New York pizza is like, dope. Like you can't, you know what I mean? But to be fair, I have really, really good pizza in New Jersey too. And I don't want to say anything crazy controversial.
No,
I don't
definitely.
know how you guys feel about that.
I mean, I think we look at New Jersey as a brother, so I guess we'll take that.
They got some fire pizza over there.
So what do you feel about like the people in New York versus the people in Chicago? How do you feel like they respond to you and you know your outgoing personality?
Yeah.
I would say you're outgoing.
You think I'm outgoing?
Yeah, just to come up and be able to make friends. I think that's outgoing.
I think people in Chicago can be like a little bit more reserved. I think it just depends on where you go and what the context is. Because like you can go to like bars, parties, stuff like that. They have no problem. But I don't think it's like necessarily the same where it's like you can just go like chat with people in the park, right? And just like suddenly make like a lot of friends. Like it's not quite so much like that. But you know, I think it's just different. And it might just be because there's so many more people. And like, you know what I mean? You got us by, I don't know, I think there's 3 million people in Chicago.
I'm not really sure.
It's like, what is it?
I'm really not sure.
11, 12 in New York?
I just know New York has a lot of people. That's all I know.
Like around 10 million. So I feel like you just get a little bit more of everything here.
I was gonna ask you too, is Chicago really diverse as New York? With a mixture of cultures and people, or is it like, you know?
Yeah, it's well, Chicago's very segregated.
Segregated.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
so it's like there are a lot of like different cultures in like different neighborhoods. So
okay.
A lot of like, you know, like downtown Chicago is very much like, I wouldn't say it's like Times Square, but just in the sense where it's a bunch of like really like big companies have their stores and shit like that, right? So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna really find like the Jamaican spots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get
downtown.
You.
Like,
I get you. You told me a little bit about the people and everything. Now I'm gonna ask you like, how do you feel being like out here late nights? Can you do this stuff like this in Chicago and be in a park? You said, would you be able to do that?
I mean, so like if you went to like a park in Chicago right now, like I guess depending on where you went, but there wouldn't be a live like this. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be like 200 people just chilling in the park. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
not really like that. So it's like you can go like during the daytime. There's people that are always doing stuff in the parks. Like there's events. You know what I mean? People throw parties and stuff like that. But on like at night like this, not quite. Like in.
So New York really is the city that never sleeps.
I suppose. I don't know. I was walking around at like 1 something the other night. It was pretty dead.
It's pretty dead.
Yeah. No shade. I had to find. There was like one little spot that was open until like 4, and then I was like,
How do you feel about the clubs?
I really don't do clubs like that. Like even in Chicago, I'm not too big on the club. Like it can be fun sometimes. I prefer like a bar. Like I prefer like a bar.
Okay,
and
bar,
restaurant.
okay.
Like I want like, because the thing is like I want to eat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I
then
don't want to
chill.
be like standing like with a
Right.
basket of chicken wings, where it's like the only way I can get
Right.
a table is to spend $500 on the bottle.
Oh yeah.
That will probably change in the future. I'm just gonna say that just to manifest.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like as it stands right now, I'm more of like a let's go to the restaurants, let's go to the bars, more so than the clubs.
Spoke about your music a little bit off camera. So like, tell me a little bit about that. Like, how did you get into being a creative and making beats and making your own music, and even like that's a big step for someone. So how did you even get into that?
I mean, when I was like a little kid, my grandpa had like one of those like keyboards where you could like change the sound and stuff like that. He would use it to like, because he was like a choir leader at church.
Right.
And so he would use it to like practice, like rehearse and stuff like that. And then I would just like go mess with it. I started doing that sometime I was a little kid. And I just started picking up instruments.
That kind of was your inspiration?
Huh?
Would you say that was your inspiration?
I think that was just like my start of getting familiar with
Getting
music.
familiar,
You know
okay.
what I mean? Because like I started playing the guitar. I started playing the guitar because I knew that there was this girl I liked. I was like 11, 12 years old, 6th or 7th grade. I was in 6th grade, and this girl that I really liked. There was a song that she really liked that was just on the guitar. So I literally
Learn
I was
how to
like,
play it?
Mom, will you please get me a guitar? Like, can we go to the music store and get a guitar? Found this little $40, $50 guitar. I did that, yep. I taught myself how to play the song.
Wow.
And then in 8th grade, she was my girlfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Just for
bro.
a little while, though. It didn't last.
It didn't last.
It's okay.
All right, but I like that though. I like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's
And then I
like,
started playing drums and like,
did you? I was gonna ask you, did you like move to other? Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So
I
then-
started playing drums.
How did you really get into like putting it all together and making and wanted to make it into your own and song and?
I don't know. It just happened over time. Like I started just learning. Like my friend got me an Akai XR20, which is like a little like drum pad that you can save beats on. My friend got me this like small version of one for my 17 or 18. Yeah, I can't remember which one.
Right.
But I just started like cooking up all the time.
She booked the ticket, says it's probably temporary anyway. I know she isn't lying, even though it isn't true that she won't say.
And then I found this program called Ableton, which is like a music making software on the computer. And I just kept doing it. Once I moved to Chicago, that was when I started writing songs. You know what I mean?
Great.
I had this song called Nobody, which like I uploaded and like it randomly got like 100,000 plays. Like I don't know, I'm like, how did this happen?
What's the name of the song that you were just playing in the background?
The song that I was just playing in the background is a song called City Girl,
City Girl.
which is about to come out in September.
Oh, so you're playing unreleased heat for us right now.
I'm playing unreleased, yes. I'm playing exclusives. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a lot
We're
of music
grateful.
online.
We're grateful.
I got a lot of music online, but it's also old. I need like new vibes, you know?
I mean, I've listened to some of your music, and I don't think it's old. I think it's groovy. I think you're bringing back R&B, so I really think you need to push with it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like I've always loved like from the time I was like a little kid. Like I've always loved, like I grew up listening to like a lot of different shit. My 2 favorite albums when I was like 8, 9 years old, which is when I really started getting into music. At the same time, it was American Idiot by Green Day and Confessions by Usher.
I like.
And so like I used to make a lot of rock music too, and it's just because like those 2 things are just like.
Usher's kind of a big thing in the media right now since he got Keke Palmer in his video. But
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that
You know
alone.
what I mean?
But I mean, how do you feel about like dating life, do you feel like it differs in NYC or Chicago?
I don't know. I haven't.
You haven't tried it out?
No, man. I've been chilling. You know. I mean, there's a lot of very beautiful women in New York. You know what I mean? I've met a few of them. They're very kind.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're funny too. Women in New York got a great sense of humor. I won't say Chicago women don't, but like, actually, it's kind of similar. You know what I mean? I think
Similar
they got
how?
sense of humor.
Sense of humor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to joke about it. Yeah, but I don't think I've been here long enough to comment on like the dating life.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I get you. Earlier, like some girls came up to you. They're like fantasizing about you, thinking you were Drake for a second, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you look like Drake?
Not really, but
Feel like you grew your hair a little bit more, you probably be a little Drake?
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You already got the music going, you got the right vibe going. Never know, you know what I'm saying?
I don't really think I look like Drake, but you know, if you think I look like Drake, then I guess I look like Drake. So it's like a subjective thing. I love Drake's music though. Like that was like somebody who like definitely like when I heard Nothing Was the Same, I was like just getting into making beats.
That was
and that
album.
shit like pushed me
I was
to
in high
like
school.
really get good. But I wasn't a fan of his until like after that, for real. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't gone and listened to like Take Care until after I heard Nothing Was the Same. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that was like
you had
around
to
the
catch
time.
up on Drake.
Exactly. But no, I mean like I remember when like Best I Ever Had came out because I was in like my freshman year or something.
I was like
that.
2009.
My freshman year of high
Right.
school. So I remember like I loved that song, but I hadn't gone and listened to like the album.
All of it.
You know
right.
what I mean? Like
it was all over the radio and shit.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. So I wound up like kind of going, like what you said. I wound up doing the catch up, and
Right.
I was like blown away because like it just so happened like at each of these times it was like I had just started making beats when I heard Nothing Was the Same. So I'm like, damn, like
I guess Drake kind of inspired you a little bit too.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like you had any role models growing up?
Any what?
Like role models growing up?
Any role models growing up? I'll say my grandfather for sure, because he loved music. He was a great singer. Good, solid family man.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool. But I feel like I'm kind of charting my own path too at the same time. So there's like Drake's definitely somebody that I look up to. As
Right.
like
I was gonna ask you, who else would you see yourself as looking up to? Drake?
I would say Prince too, just being from Minnesota and like somebody who was like really on that like played all the instruments, wrote like you know what I mean.
You played a lot of
Produced
instruments,
all the music,
right?
Like was very comfortable just like going in a different direction.
Right.
Kanye, Timbaland, Pharrell, you know, just like people who were great writers, artists, and producers.
How do you feel about T-Pain and Auto-Tune?
What do you mean?
You like it? Don't like it?
Yeah, what do
Love
you
it?
Shit was a hit.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like Auto-Tune as a whole and
Well, I know, like,
introducing it.
I heard that story about like Usher giving him some shit or something in like
I don't know.
on a plane or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's like I don't even know who told that story.
No, I was just saying like I'm more so going as like a music wise. Did it help you, or do you think you're gonna use that?
I don't
Yeah.
give a
Oh,
fuck.
okay. So you use
I
it, right?
Yeah, it's alright. Like I didn't grow up. Like,
All right, Nick. So, do you feel like you're a role model to anyone, or do you feel like you can be a role model?
I think I've had friends that have told me that. Not I think. Like I've definitely had friends that have told me like they admire at least at the very most like the passion and like the work ethic from the music. It's funny, like this summer I actually did like a workshop for this program called After School Matters, which is like a summer program where like high schoolers can come get paid. I was doing like a songwriting and production workshop, and I definitely like I had taken them to like this really big studio in Chicago where all the professional recording gets done.
Not to cut you, that's so cool, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Like that's like inspirational because you can inspire kids. Like I'll just ask you who inspired you. You can inspire kids and they can say, "Yo, this guy
for
that
sure. I mean,
you know
hopefully, because like
that I went to this camp and I learned, and you know they can have a story and stuff like that. That's really great.
Well, I had like one girl. We like were leaving, so it was like a field trip, right? And I took them. It was funny because like I was supposed to get them a bus, and I kind of tweaked, and I didn't get the bus. So I wound up getting them like Uber like black Escalades to go to the studio. So I brought them to the studio. And we were just like playing a lot of the music. I let the kids like record, just like got them a few hours of studio time. And one of the girls, she like came up to me when she was like, when we were leaving the studio, she was like, I think I actually really want to do this songwriting shit like for real. When
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm
that was
saying.
cool.
You can
And that was like,
you can be a big
that was
inspiration.
big, yeah.
That's lit, bro. I feel like you should do a little bit more and push your music. I feel like your music's really great, bro. So I don't know, like, just push it out some more.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm really just like,
and you're going to different states, bro. You can
totally.
meet so much people and have a base here. You know, I'm definitely gonna be a friend that you could come by and hang out with when you come back to New York. So you know,
I think I'm just at that point now. It's like I really like I know who I am now. You know what I mean? I think I have to like go through some shit in life. Like I've always been a musician.
You have to go through
but, like,
some
I really,
traumatic
like,
shit. Yeah.
I think I have a better understanding of myself, so I know.
And do you feel like that's a thing that all guys should do or girls should do? Like you should really go through a point in finding who you are before you try to explore other things and areas?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I think the thing is, like, you're gonna go through it no matter what. So whether or not you're open to it is kind of like a choice. You feel me? Like you're gonna have lots of periods. Like I'm sure, like throughout your whole life, you're gonna have periods where life and like God are like trying to tell you, like for real, like this is what it is. This is who you are. This is who you could be. So like just keep your mind open
and stay focused.
Stay focused. Try and stay grateful. You know what I mean, for every little thing.
Thank you for riding with MTA New York.